showBANFFshow.
Hey, welcome to the showBANFFshow. My name is Sage, or All the Rage Sage, and here on the showBANFFshow we celebrate mental health, what people are up to, and startup culture. And guess what? We have a very special guest today, which is super exciting. And because we're allowing you guys to introduce yourself, because you do so much more than what we realize, I'm going to allow you the opportunity to introduce yourself and tell them about your new business, which is so exciting.
Hi everyone, so I'm Julie. I'm a dental hygienist here in Banff, and I just opened my own practice, FLOSS. We've been here for about 3 years in town. You may have seen me in other clinics. And I've got a family. I've got a wonderful husband and 2 medium-sized girls that just break my heart.
They're so precious.
Thank you. And yeah, so we love being here. We feel at home here. We're great people, and you know, all the outdoor stuff that we can get into, hiking and biking and skiing, and you know, kids are getting older, so we're gonna start some water stuff. So I'm just really happy to have been accepted and welcomed into the community these last 3-4 years, and to be here, and I really appreciate it.
Oh, that is so sweet. And we're so lucky to have you here. And like, good for you for like being brave enough to like jump in, move, and like open your own business now too. Like, where did the passion start? How did you even get to where you are now?
I did not.
A lot of questions in one pack, I realize. Like, I didn't make that a simple question.
I didn't know I wanted to be a hygienist. There's a big long backstory.
We got time.
We don't have time. But ultimately, I made a career change and went into hygiene, and I've just been in love with it. It's a great opportunity to connect with people and to increase their overall health and well-being, and to really have that great sense of satisfaction at the end of the day that you've done good work, and people are happy and appreciative, and I've gotten to work with a lot of really great teams and be a part of the culture. Yeah.
I love that so much. And was there like one moment that like sparked that you wanted to do this, or like was it just you just
Do hygiene?
yeah?
No.
No, just went for
It was a lot of sequences of events and choices, and it just kind of happened. But I think it was meant to be. Like, when things are right, they just sequentially happen, and it's that you don't have too many like road bumps. That's what going into hygiene was. Yeah.
And it just happens, and that makes sense. And I like, before we started filming, she was getting so passionate about just going on, and I love it. Her passion just shows through. So like, yeah, if people like want to book in with you, where are you located, and like when do you start the business?
So after a lot of COVID.
Oh yeah, a lot of COVID.
A few road bumps, but not too bad. We ended up opening the first week of July. We're in Harmony Lane, right across from the Sideshow, same building as the Radiant and Practice and Pandora and a whole bunch of other great businesses I'm sure you're familiar with.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's where we are. You'll recognize us. We've got this big, huge, beautiful moss wall. Yeah.
I love how you guys made your name so catchy, just like Floss. Like, I thought that was so clever because it's something no one's gonna forget. Just Floss. It's simple, it's quick, and you even got the logo right there on your bag. Like,
Yeah. We like it. I'm glad you like it.
it is awesome. Actually, I was joking with your daughter earlier. I'm just like, it is flossless, even though no business is or nothing is. But like, I'm just like, it's such a fun pun.
It is really good. I like it.
Oh, thank you. I had so much fun with it earlier. I was like, yes, all the play on words you can do with this.
That's really good. We might steal it.
Oh, go for it. I give you full permission. You even got a camera witness right here.
Thank you.
100%. Easy.
Yeah.
That is so cool. And so, what's been the biggest challenge opening this business, do you think? COVID, yeah.
Yeah, it's been COVID. Hygienists got shut down for 3 months. The colleges didn't know what you needed to get built. Supply chain, getting the things to build.
Yeah.
But it all came together, I think, nicer than I would have anticipated. A lot more planning went into it because there were breaks. It was, it is what it is. But COVID was probably the largest challenge.
That is fair. That is fair. some people have thrived in it, like on the show, like use the time to build, and like did that give you time to like plan it out how you wanted it, or was it just
No, yes. So the COVID time, I mean, we had a really good solid plan of what we wanted, and COVID meant we had to make an enormous amount of changes. But it also gave us the opportunity, with our new adapted plan, to be more on the project and make small adjustments as we went versus finding out later. So when we finished the build, our list of things that we wanted to change were almost negligible because we were really there, and yeah, we had time to reflect on things when they happened and address them when the cost was low versus at the end.
that is really, really cool, and I love how you designed it yourself, made the setup how you want, and you said it was mostly you working so far, like doing it all and like getting in there. How's it been?
It's great. I love that I can have the time that I want, the tools that I want, the products that I want, and I'm in control of making sure I have the time to educate with my patients and just kind of make a really positive experience. So yeah, no, it's been really positive and excellent, and I'm a little over the moon.
Oh my gosh, well you should be, like that's amazing. And like you're building up pretty quick. Like you said that you within the first little bit that like it doesn't work that, or like it takes some time to like grow the clientele, and like it takes time. So like good for you for like slowly getting the word out there, and you guys should check her out because she's so cool. And for anyone that like is like looking for tips and tricks, or if they first come, like what should they expect?
Like at a first visit at Floss?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of depends on where you're at. So if you have regular maintenance and you're in really good shape, it's going to be very similar but a little bit different than a regular visit. Maybe. I do a very comprehensive medical and dental history, and we do an oral cancer screening. I look at all of the hard tissues, so like your teeth, and I look at your gum and bone health and your structural health, and give you a comprehensive view of what's going on in your oral health, because it's a huge part of your overall health. And we know that people that have healthy mouths have better overall health outcomes, but we also know that people who have unhealthy mouths and who address it improve their overall health outcomes.
Wow, that is really fascinating. And do you have like any like examples of like whether it was like the textbook, or I guess you can't say experience, but like of things where it just improved, like
it happens all the time, right? You
Yeah.
touch things like, I've noticed signs of diabetes in the mouth, and people have
Whoa,
addressed that. I've had patients
that's incredible.
where with treatment we were able to reduce working in teams, not just me obviously, but as part of a comprehensive team, we've actually gotten people off of their medication and into better places. I've caught some pretty rare diseases and cancers where people were able to get it treated early, and avoid really, drastic surgery or death and different things. So
That's incredible. And how do you even like detect things like that, like diabetes and stuff in the mouth, like?
changes in the gum, just the way certain tissues appear. Diabetes shows up in a very specific look. Not always, but often. Cancer has a specific look sometimes. That one's always tougher. Lots of experience and education. That's why we go to school as long as we do. People don't realize that most of us have done a minimum of 3.5 years.
And that's a long time, and you're passionate about it too, which is awesome.
And then you have continuing education. Lots of us have done a lot more than 3.5 years. Yeah.
Wow. That is seriously incredible, and good for you. Like, that's so fascinating that I never even knew you could tell, like, little things like that in the mouth. Like, how in depth you guys could go. Like, that's fascinating.
And they're just the signs. It doesn't mean someone has diabetes, but if we do see those signs, it's important to refer out to the doctor to get those things checked. Yeah.
That's a great idea. And like people like who are watching this, what's the best way to take care of their teeth?
Well, obviously there's two kind of big worlds, right? There's what you do at home and what you do at the office, right? So having diligent at home habits with your brushing and your cleaning in between, just not always floss, but getting in between, and just doing a really good job of just getting all that bacteria disrupted. And then the other is in the office, right? So all these little nooks and crannies that you can't get into, anything that's kind of deeper, you're just not able to do at home. And getting the bacteria out of those areas and reducing the bleeding and reducing inflammation and just getting everything nice and tight and taut and healthy. Yeah.
That is so cool. And you've said like over time, like before I hit record, that like the message has changed. Like in my generation compared to like the generation now, can you like in depth like catch everyone up on that? Because I thought that was really fascinating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
so,
please go for it.
So we were talking about the connection between oral health and overall health, and we're learning a lot. So periodontists have really, their gum and bone specialists have compiled all of the research recently, and now we have an even clearer picture. But what we know is that our oral health affects our overall health. We even know as much as that bad oral health can actually cause heart disease, and in a lot of things, oral health can affect overall health, and it's connected to so many things. So we're talking, the diabetes, the heart disease, the Alzheimer's, the dementia, impotence in men, preterm low birth weight babies and pregnant women. There's this myriad of things that happen when we don't take care of our oral health. Our oral health is sort of the gateway. When it starts to deteriorate, it's a sign that other things are happening in our life. It's a warning sign. It's a really good opportunity to reduce our risks and increase our health.
That is really cool. Like actually when you told me that, I was like blown away by it because it's something you don't think of. Honestly, it's like when you said it just kind of clicked. I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it really does.
Yeah. When you were talking about the generational differences, I'm just realizing I didn't touch on that.
Oh,
right?
that's it. I kind of leave my questions open-ended to let you go for it and dive for it.
The message has changed, right? Like, just brush and floss. To now, young kids are learning that it's a part of their overall health. Sorry, I thought I should answer.
Oh no, I love it. Please do, and it's so fascinating. And like I remember my parents' generation, they didn't even know what flossing was. And like in my generation, flossing was huge. Just like you floss your teeth, you brush it once a day, and then you're good. Hope for the best. And now,
and now we just keep learning and evolving and applying the knowledge that we have, right? And I'm sure in 5 or 10 years from now, we'll know even more, and we'll be even more able to help people be healthier, right?
Wow, that is so cool. I love that. And like for like in the current generation, what's the message now? Because like is it brushing 2 times a day? Is it like
Yeah. So the North American message is brushing twice a day and flossing once a day. As you move more into Europe and Asia, we're starting to see flossing twice a day in the message. So really, brushing and flossing is the message. But for me, it's not brushing and flossing. It's brushing and cleaning in between, right? It's really disrupting that bacteria in as many places as you can to reduce your bacteria load.
Wow, that is a great message. And like starting this business and seeing everything you've seen, it's probably been stressful. Like what do you do for your mental health when like things get stressful or like feel like things aren't going your way? Like what do you do?
I lose it, no.
No. Yeah, full tantrum mode. Like
No, I'm so fortunate that I have this amazing husband and support network of friends and family able to reach out and chat and have conversations. And if it's really bad, I go for a long walk.
That's amazing. And like the support group you have is so good. And like I love how you can just go for a walk here, which we're so lucky. And like what a great like idea right there. I love it. If anyone's like planning to get into the practice like you are, or like looking to go that way, or like are interested, what would you recommend to them?
Like to open their own or to come in as a client?
Both. What would you like to answer as?
I don't know what you were asking.
I was gonna like say more of the school side of it. If someone wants to do what you're doing, like
yeah. So you have to do all of it. It depends on where you are in the country and then what you want to do. The requirements are different. So you want to talk to your regulatory college and go through that. It's quite extensive. Like I'm talking
like
checklists, filling out to papers this big.
oh my
But
gosh.
really, it's just knowing
Who
your
needs
stuff.
coloring books when we can do that?
It's just knowing your stuff. I mean, you do your first year courses and then you do your program and just apply yourself. It's a great community. It's a very tight, small community, the dental community. But you just do your stuff and just keep learning like anything else. If it's something you want to do, it's doable. Like you just decide to and get there.
That's amazing. And you have two little girls. Like, how did you manage that? Like, were you doing school at the same time as raising them, or like?
Yeah. So I may have gotten. I may have had my second shortly after, or my first shortly after I graduated, and then I went to practice, and then in terms of opening my own clinic, that was it's not something I felt comfortable doing until I had enough experience to feel confident to deal with situations and know that I can do a good job that people are going to be happy and be taken care of.
That's amazing, and I love how you're there for the people, and like also that you took your experience, like you really built it up first to make sure you felt prepared. Like good for you, like just for going for it too. Like that's not easy.
I don't know. Just kind of did it.
That's amazing. Do you have anything that you want to tell the audience before like we have to end here or go?
Yeah, absolutely. Just I want to say thank you so much for watching and supporting us, and and thank you for inviting us into your community and making us welcome and providing us, the support to open, because it's not as simple as just saying I want to open. And if you stop by, let us know you watched the video, and I'd love to learn more about you if I don't already know you. So thank you.
Thank you so much for coming, and thanks everyone for watching. Bye! showBANFFshow.
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 Expanding our community.